All right. New old guitar, or should I say new guitar? I've had this body since the early 2000s. In fact, I've almost dropped this thing 3 times. I literally just put it together. How long has it been since Dunlop made this shape on the strap locks? It doesn't hold the strap very well. So I had to dig out my strap that had the Dunlop strap locks on it so I wouldn't break this brand new guitar. Okay, so let's start at the headstock and work our way through. I've got a Warmoth roasted maple neck with no finish on it. They're so nice when they're like that. I bought some Geiger locking tuners. They're aged looking, which is pretty cool. Never used them before. They were about half the price of your typical type of tuners you get, whether they be the Schaller or whatnot. And so far they're fine. I did have to put one string tree on there. Made it a little weird to put my Warmoth sticker on, but I guess that's why Telly's always had the sticker in the weird spot. Corian nut. Warmoth has all kinds of different nuts they can put on there for you, but I swear I think Corian sounds the best, even though it's the least expensive. Might be thought of it the least as the least quality. Jumbo frets, 6100, not stainless. I don't think I'm ever going to play enough to need stainless frets. I've played stainless before, I've owned them. I don't think any of my guitars right now have stainless frets on them. Don't see the need for it. I guess if you're touring or something, it might be worthwhile. I went back to the same strings I've been playing since either the late 80s or the early 90s. I've been playing these particular strings. These are DR Pure Blues. I think they came out in the late 80s, but they might have come out in the early 90s. My guitar teacher turned me on to them, and I literally played them my whole life. Every 10 years or so, I try something different, thinking maybe I'm missing something, and I'm not. Not much else to say about the neck, except it's the standard thin profile from Warmoth and 7¼ inch radius. This is the vintage neck, so the truss rod adjustments at the heel, which is fine. Again, I'm not in a situation where this thing is probably going to leave this room, to be honest. So I might need to do one seasonal adjustment or whatnot. And being that it's a Warmoth neck fitted to a Warmoth body, even though this body is, I've had this for a long, long time. Their manufacturing is the best. I've criticized Warmoth for one thing or another over the years, but I don't have a preference. I still would shop at Warmoth, and I would recommend it. Okay, so to the body. The body's mahogany. I have had this thing since, I want to say 2003, 2004, something like that. It's even still got the little green dot sticker. If anybody from Warmoth ever sees this, I don't know if they still use the green dot stickers, but I might as well name this thing Mini Pearl because it's still got the sticker on it. I have, so what these pickups are, they're from Gemini Pickups, which is just become my favorite brand of pickups. I found my own little private pickup guy that just has a great ear. When I read the description, it's kind of like Analog Man. I believe whatever Analog Man says. I believe whatever Gemini Pickup says. And these are called Tone Rangers. So they're the proper threaded Cuneife magnet wide range humbucker pickups. In this particular case, this body was routed for regular humbuckers, so I had to get them in regular humbucker size. Does it change the way they sound? Maybe. But I didn't have a choice in this particular case. But it does give me a flavor that I don't have in any of my other guitars. I don't know if you ever see the various guitars I play in here. I'm trying to get one of every different sound. And this is going to be that wide range humbucker sound. Electronics, this is something very different for me. I've never done this before. I went with one of the Mojotone wiring harnesses where all you do is tighten down the little screw instead of soldering them together. And I won't lie, that's so nice. It's just kind of like the locking tuners. It's just too nice. Does it affect the tone? I don't know, maybe, but it works fine. Now, this particular wiring harness, I can do the no-load tone pot, which I didn't. But it does have also the treble bleed on the roll-off. Which is nice. And again, this is a body I've had forever. I've set it up with a bunch of different pickups and electronics and necks over the years, so it came together kind of nice. I didn't have to adjust a single bit on the intonation because I've had this bridge dialed in for quite a long time on this body. Obviously, it's a 7.25-inch radius, so I had to adjust action a little bit. And I think I've got the pickups dialed in. They sound pretty balanced to me. It sounds like a new set of pickups with new electronics and a new guitar to me. So it's probably going to take a while before it settles in, but so this baby isn't even an hour old, so I'm going to mute the mic and do a jam. Let's see what we get. Okay, so first impressions, I got to tighten this knob. I was turning it thinking I was bringing it back on. It just kept going in circles. So that's something I got to do. Well, it's not now. Let's hope there's something wrong with this pot. It's working fine now. Other than that, intonation seems good. The only thing that kind of blows is my playing. My thumb is cracked so bad here. It's hurt so bad even to hold a pick. So, whatever, huh? But action seems fine. Balance between the pickups seems fine. The ability to roll off seems fine. It's nice, open, and clear. It's got that open top end that a telly should have. The wide range humbuckers still, there's enough meat in the low end. between the 6th string and the 1st string is good. Everything's there that you want it to be there. I think I got to dial things in a little bit, maybe. But it's weird how just that weird little bit of pain makes your muscles stop working at a certain point. Makes me hold my pick a little weird. Plus, I don't practice. That doesn't help. Well, in any case, there you go. Warmoth, Telecaster. Finally finished. I'm going to declare this guitar finished. This is one of those ones that's been just kind of a testing bed over the years. But it's not anymore. I've been wanting to get the proper neck for this thing in a long time, and that's why I use that as an excuse to get new electronics and new pickups for this, and I'm glad I did. It sounds exactly the way I kind of expected it to, short of me kind of dialing things in, because I have had a couple changes here today, so there you go. Warmoth, Gemini pickups, Mojotone. What more could you ask for?